Welcome to Manchester United News Update. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Man United transfer news. Antony set for exit as serious interest in Jamie Gittens emerges. Manchester United are set for a busy end to the January transfer window, with a number of potential incomings and outgoings expected at Old Trafford this month. Manchester United are looking to strengthen their squad in the January transfer window, but they need to sort some outgoings before they can make new signings. Marcus Rashford is expected to leave this month amid interest from the likes of AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, and Juventus, and several other players are also said to be closing in on departures. New boss Ruben Amorim is still getting his feet under the table, but reinforcements are clearly needed if he is to get United back towards the top of the Premier League. Here, Mirror Football takes a look at some of the latest transfer news from Old Trafford. Man United want Gittens. The Red Devils are one of several clubs who are seriously interested in signing Jamie Gittens, according to Sky Germany. The report states that Bayern Munich and Chelsea are also eyeing a move for the Borussia Dortmund star. Gittens has impressed for Dortmund this season, netting 11 goals and providing 5 assists in 26 appearances across all competitions. It is claimed that the 20-year-old is highly likely to leave Dortmund if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. They currently sit 10th in the Bundesliga and are 7 points off the top 4. Betis want Antony. According to The Athletic, United are in talks with Real Betis over a loan move for winger Antony. Antony has struggled since joining United for £84 million back in 2022, and he is yet to make a league start under Amorim. The report states that several clubs are interested in the Brazilian, but Betis are the most advanced at this stage. Betis are keen to strengthen out wide following the sale of Asensio to Como, and United are hopeful that offloading part of Antony's salary for the remainder of the season will allow them to bring in reinforcements. Betis want Antony. According to The Athletic, United are in talks with Real Betis over a loan move for winger Antony. Antony has struggled since joining United for £84 million back in 2022, and he is yet to make a league start under Amorim. The report states that several clubs are interested in the Brazilian, but Betis are the most advanced at this stage. Betis are keen to strengthen out wide following the sale of Asensio to Como, and United are hopeful that offloading part of Antony's salary for the remainder of the season will allow them to bring in reinforcements. Malaysia has struggled with injuries since joining the club from Feyenoord in 2022, with a serious knee problem sidelining him for almost 18 months. The left-back returned to action in November and now looks set for a loan move. Manchester United transfer latest. Marcus Rashford update as European giant reportedly close to decision on winger. AC Milan are reported to have severe doubts about signing Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford in January due to his wages, and are now interested in Chelsea attacker Joao Felix. The United forward had been subject to interest from several European clubs, with Borussia Dortmund and Milan seemingly emerging as frontrunners for his signature. A permanent deal was always unlikely to materialize given he is reportedly on a wage in excess of £300,000 per week, a salary that only the wealthiest clubs could possibly afford. Florian Plettenberg now reports that there is no sign of an imminent transfer for Rashford to Milan, with negotiations said to be complicated due to the huge financial sums involved. Why United and Rashford must part ways. United boss Ruben Amorim has frozen Rashford out of his plans, with the winger last featuring for his side on December 12th against Victoria Plzen in the Europa League. Amorim's team lost 3-1 against Brighton and Hove Albion on Sunday afternoon at Old Trafford, and it has become abundantly clear that the Portuguese manager needs reinforcements if he is to implement his style of play. However, it is widely reported that the Red Devils' transfer budget in the upcoming transfer windows is likely to be small given United do not wish to breach the Premier League's financial rules. Without the sale of someone like Rashford, who would help ease the financial pressure on the club due to his homegrown status, it is difficult to see how Amorim would be able to significantly alter the current squad. However, the fee that United receive for Rashford in the summer would undoubtedly be smaller if he does not secure a loan move this winter and showcase his talents, and that makes a transfer this month a necessity. In the aftermath of the Brighton defeat, Amorim explained Rashford's continued absence, telling reporters, "Rashford is out of this moment because he is not playing. No matter what, I am not going to put a player I don't believe is the best for the team. It is his choice. I don't want to focus this bad moment because in this games we lost, Rashford is not here. I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Amorim does not need the distraction of having to answer questions regarding Rashford, and the Englishman needs to be playing regular football if he is to get back into the England squad for the 2026 World Cup. If the winger was to stay at United beyond January, it would be yet another failure by co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who promised to revolutionize the Red Devils' operations behind the scenes. The billionaire has soured relationships with fans due to the implementation of a number of cost-cutting measures, and his failure to dismiss Erik ten Hag in the summer arguably left Amorim in an impossible position as he has been forced to work with the previous manager's players. Sensational £59 million Man United star agrees personal terms to join new club. Manchester United have received a huge offer for a sensational player, who has now agreed personal terms over a deal, according to a report. Amorim looking to reshape his squad. Ruben Amorim is looking to put his own stamp on the Man United squad, which means there could be a number of departures in the January transfer window, with 3 forwards potentially set for exits. Marcus Rashford has made it clear that he wants to leave his boyhood club, with Barcelona among the clubs interested in the Englishman, who has found game time hard to come by since Amorim's arrival. The Red Devils are also open to letting Antony leave this month should they receive a suitable offer, with the Brazilian winger flattering to deceive ever since arriving from Ajax. Alejandro Garnacho has featured regularly in the Premier League this season, but there is now major doubt over the winger's future at Old Trafford, with Chelsea becoming the latest club to hold talks over a deal. There is also interest from Italy, with reports from earlier this week detailing that Napoli are ready to increase their offer for the 20-year-old, who is valued at £59 million by United. According to a new report from Tuttosport via Sport Witness, the deal is now advancing, with Napoli submitting a €55 million, £46 million offer for Garnacho, having generated the funds for a deal by selling Kvaratskhelia to Paris Saint-Germain. The Argentina international is said to have agreed contract terms with the Serie A side, indicating that he is keen on the move, but an improved bid may need to be submitted to get a deal over the line. Man United are maintaining a €70 million, £59 million asking price for the youngster, so the two clubs are still some way apart. Man United should sell Garnacho. It is always a shame to see a player who has progressed through the youth ranks move on to pastures new. But if Garnacho wants to leave, Amorim shouldn't stand in his way. The Argentinian has shown some promising signs in a United shirt, receiving praise for his sensational performance against Aston Villa from reporter Michael Plant just over a year ago. The left winger has scored 3 Premier League goals this season, but he has been unable to cement his place in the starting 11, often being utilized as a substitute, having failed to really kick on since last season. As such, Man United should look to cash in on Garnacho this month, and raising £59 million from his sale would potentially allow them to bring in a top-quality replacement that fits more into Amorim's plans. Ruben Amorim admits this is maybe the worst Manchester United team in their history. Ruben Amorim admits he is in charge of possibly the worst Manchester United team in the club's 147-year history. United have lost 7 of their first 12 league games at home for the first time since 1893-94. When they were still known as Newton Heath and playing at Bank Street. Brighton inflicted a 3-1 defeat on United at Old Trafford, their 4th loss in their past 5 games at home, and Amorim provided an extraordinary headline at his post-match press conference. "In 10 games in Premier League, we won 2, he said. I know that. Imagine what this is for a fan of Manchester United. Imagine what this is for me. We are getting a new coach who is losing more than the last coach. I have full knowledge of that. I am not going to change, no matter what. I know we can succeed, but we need to survive this moment. I am not naive. We need to survive now. We are the worst team, maybe, in the history of Manchester United. I know you want headlines, but I am saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. Here you go, your headlines. United are 13th in the Premier League with a -5 goal difference and have lost 10 of their 22 games. The club finished 8th last season under Erik ten Hag, and that was United's worst finish in 34 years. They are currently in the same position they ended the 1989-90 campaign in. Since Amorim replaced Ten Hag in November, United have won 5 out of 15 matches and lost 7. It's hard to explain, Amorim added. We have to acknowledge the moment and not going around the problem. Everybody here is underperforming, no matter what the circumstances. We are underperforming and have to accept that. It's unacceptable to lose so many games for any Premier League club. Imagine Manchester United. So it's a really hard moment, but we have to continue. There is no other way. We need to suffer and continue. Our players are really nervous and anxious. When you go inside the last pitch, you remember the last games here. If I feel it, the players feel it a lot. The only way is to continue to do the same and to win games.